Hello, I'm Richard, and I'm going to be talking about midterm rental from the point of view that you're considering starting doing midterm rental. And there are two scenarios I'm going to talk about. Scenario one is that you're already running a short-term rental and you now want to convert that to a midterm rental. And scenario two is that you're actually starting from scratch. So you've just acquired a property and you want to start doing a midterm rental. So basically you have to buy the furniture, etc. in scenario two. So to help me with this, I've written a simple profit estimating tool, and it uses four basic sets of numbers. The first being the monthly costs, second being any one-off costs that I have, and then it's going to look at what income I think I can get and what occupancy rate I believe I can get during the year. So this is looking at the first 12 months. From start to finish in those 12 months, where am I going to be at the end of that 12-month period? Am I going to be showing a profit or a loss? So let's just start, and the first figure is my mortgage figure. If I was doing rental arbitrage, I would be putting my rent amount in here, but let's start with the 1,300 for the mortgage. The running costs, which are your gas, electric, internet, etc., I'm going to put in 400 a month. And this is scenario one, so I don't have any setup costs. I'm all ready to go. I was a short-term rental. I'm now going to flip it to a mid-term rental. I'm going to put a maintenance figure, a one-off for $500, just to cover anything that may happen in the year. And the monthly rent that I think I can get is $2,400 a month. And this is now showing me that if I was to have that property booked for every month in the year, I would make $7,900 profit. Now realistically, we're going to have gaps. There's going to be months when we don't have it booked. So let's just put a figure of 9 months, so I have 75% occupancy. Let's see what that does. That's really my break even using the numbers that I have, because now I only make 700 profit. So two things I've got to do here. I've either got to try and increase my rent, say 2,500, so that gives me 1,600 profit, and I've got to bump up my occupancy. So let's say I can get, I don't know, 11 months booked during the year, and then that goes to 6,600 profit. Now these numbers change dramatically as soon as I put a setup cost. So this is scenario two. I'm starting from scratch. I have to buy the furniture, TVs, the bedding, the bath stuff, the kitchen stuff, etc. So if I put in, I don't know, 4,000 of those items, profit comes down to 2,600 at the end of the year. But bear in mind, at the end of the year, this number here is looking at covering all of my costs and all of my setup costs. If these were real numbers and going into the second year, I wouldn't have that 4,000 startup costs, so that would be zero, and then I go back to 6,600 potential profit in the second year. If we go down to the 9 months again, 1,600, kind of tight. But what I'm trying to show you is that don't expect to be making tens of thousands. Obviously it depends where your property is, it depends what rent you can demand. There's all sorts of factors that come into this. But by playing around with those 4 basic numbers, so monthly costs, one-off costs, potential income, potential occupancy, it enables you at least to go into it with your eyes open, so you can see what potential profit you could make if you had a great year or if you had a poor year, but at least you can see the different options. So let me just set this back to 12 months. We're end on a good note, and if I didn't have any setups, there we are, 9,100. So we'll end on that note. That's the absolute potential maybe in this scenario, which isn't bad profit because I'm paying my mortgage, I'm covering all my costs, and I'm getting 9,000 at the end of the year. So I just wanted to show you how important it is to go into it with your eyes open, know your numbers, and I do hope that you found this video informative, that it will help you in your decisions. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you.